EastEnders villain Aunt Babe hasn't been seen in Walford for several years since her reign of terror came to an end, but with Tina Carter laid to rest in upcoming scenes on the BBC soap, she could make her devilish comeback. Aunt Babe, played by Annette Badland, made several enemies during her time on EastEnders, which lasted for 3 years between 2014 and 2017. Having almost killed the matriarch of the family, Sylvie Carter, Naima Mora, the clan turned their back on the villain and she threatened to make their lives a living hell. The character hasn't been spoken about since, but as the Carters prepare to bid farewell to Tina, Louisa Bradshaw White, in the coming weeks on the BBC soap, they could be horrified to see Aunt Babe standing at the graveside of their loved one. Although she often had a sharp tongue around most of the Carter family, Aunt Babe always had a soft spot for her niece, Tina. Always trying to help the beloved character, the villain knew something was wrong when her niece started to show signs of being abused by her partner, Tosh McIntosh, Rebecca Scroggs. This was to make up for the fact Tina and her nephew, Mick Carter, Danny Dyer, were put into care when they were younger. Tina was the closest thing Aunt Babe had to a daughter, given how hostile the relationship was between her and Shirley Carter, Linda Henry. Therefore, it would only be right for the villainous character to make an appearance at the funeral, if only for a brief cameo. Later this week, the family will learn the body found at the Archibald is that of Tina, who was killed by Gray Atkins, Toby Alexander Smith, over a year ago. In upcoming episodes, the Carters will begin to put the pieces of the jigsaw together as Whitney Dean, Shona McCarthy, informs them of Gray's evil doings. The family will want revenge for what their loved one was put through, but as the dust settles, they will start to look at paying their last respects to Tina. There are going to be a few surprises as the beloved character is laid to rest, with Linda Carter, Kelly Bright, making her return to the show. In the midst of her relapse into alcoholism, it is likely she will cause a scene, but she might have been the person who contacted Aunt Babe to tell her about Tina. How the Carters will deal with the reappearance of Aunt Babe if she returns will be interesting given the circumstances of how she left the square 5 years ago. Will they be able to put the past behind them in order to give Tina the perfect send-off, or will the likes of Shirley and Mick be furious at the audacity of their aunt showing up? The actress who played Aunt Babe, Annette, has previously spoken out on whether she would be up for returning to the role. Speaking in an interview, the soap star recalled how she left the show, claiming, "I'd been brought in by Dominic Treadwell Collins, who said it would be Dickensian and fun, but the new executive, Sean O'Connor, wasn't as interested in Babe. Sean said it was au revoir and not goodbye, but he didn't want Babe in the pub or on the square," the actress continued, stating how the bosses had left the door open for her to return. "I'd been there about 3 years and it was my life. It was heartbreaking, really. They gave me such an ugly end. I'd love to go back for a specific story. Hopefully one day Mick will need Babe and want her back," she told Radio Times. Tina's funeral would be a very specific story, and at a time when the family needs to come together, she could ask for forgiveness. With Mick also leaving the show later this year, could he decide to go and live with Aunt Babe after building bridges with her? Just last year, Annette added more hope to her return for the show after Tina disappeared from the action on the square. The actress retweeted a short clip of when her character was thrown out of the pub into the rain by her nephew, Mick. Captioning the post, the soap star simply wrote, "Family." This led fans of the show to suggest she was coming back, with for the many podcast fan writing, "What a character Aunt Babe was, hopefully a return is imminent." Just as I'm tweeting this, I'm thinking, what if Tina has gone off to get Aunt Babe's help, they added, with the soap star replying, "Be careful what you wish for." The actress also spoke with Birmingham Live at the Pride of Britain Awards in 2017 and also discussed the chances of her character being brought back. Annette explained, "Who can say? She's pretty powerful. I think she'll want to go back and sort them out, but we'll see," she said, "but the past 4 years haven't seen her come back. In that time, the likes of the Carter children have all left and returned to the square following matters away from Walford, leading them back home. Aunt Babe is the only character who is still alive not to be brought back, so could her time be coming?